Hey, it's Bonding with Board Games. I'm Bart.
And I'm Judd.
And you're about to watch
No Enemies Here!
Hooah!
Compass Games and America Bomber, Evil Queen of the Skies, a game designed by Gregory M. Smith. Complexity is 4 out of 10. This is a solo game. The time scale are weekly turns and individual sorties, 4 per month. The map scale is abstracted. The unit scale, individual aircrafts, weapon systems, specific crew members, and ammo rounds. As I said, this is a one-player game, but there is an option for 2 or more. Playing time is 60 to 90 minutes. Components, you get 1 counter sheet, 3 aircraft display mats, 5 player aid cards, 1 combat display mat, 1 pilot awards display mat, 1 air operation mat, rule booklet, log sheet, 2 6-sided die, and a 10-sided die, and a box and a lid. The Journal of Modern Wargaming, Paper Wars, issue number 94, the magazine and game, Fall of Siam by John Paniski. This is a 2-player hex and counter game lasting approximately 2 hours. High-Flying Dice and Eternal City's End, the Italian resistance in Rome after the Italian armistice, September 8th, 1942. This is a solitaire or a 2-player game. And what you get with this game are 2 11 by 17 inch maps, 312 unmounted single-side counters, and 1 rulebook. Game design is by Roberto Chiavini, Marco Lazzarini, and Marco Speppi. Tiny Battle Publishing and Rifles in the Peninsula. This is a Gottardo Zancani game, the 3rd in the series, and what you get with this game is 140 1-inch counters, a simplified map card, 4 army sheets, 12 action-packed missions, 2 campaign event sheets, the dual mini-game, 1 full-color rulebook, 1 combat-ready Ziploc bag. Duration, 60 to 120 minutes. This is a solo game. Complexity is low. HOLLANDSPIELE and Table Battles 2nd Edition. This is a game designed by Tom Russell and features many battles over history. And with the 2nd edition, it includes 2 new battles. Caesar's famous victory at the Battle of Pharsalus and the dramatic British win against impossible odds in the Battle of Inkerman. Now, because of those 2 new battles, I gotta get the 2nd edition. Damn you, Tom Russell! Strategemata and How the West Was Saved, the Russo-Polish War, April to October 1928 game by Stephen Pohl. The artwork by Krzysztof Korzeniak. The most fertile ground for revolution was Germany. Political dissension had escalated into mob violence. Lenin decided to send Bolshevik troops to assist fellow socialists. Between Russia and Germany lay Poland. War was inevitable. How the West Was Saved, a game designed by Stephen Pohl, published by Strategemata. Welcome to GMT's February update. The new P500 editions. Supplement number 3 in the Next War series, which includes an expansion map containing the rest of Kaliningrad, plus 2 counter sheets of updated and new counters and new player aids. Tank Duel, Enemy in the Crosshairs, expansion number 1, North Africa. It introduces rules for dust, deep sand, armored cars, and more, plus British and Italian tanks. This is a game designed by Mike Bertuccelli, and now to be done by the expansion Tank Duel Tank Pack number 1. This is obviously for the Tank Duel Enemy in the Crosshairs game. This adds 8 new tanks on 8 double-sided tank boards. Some recent P500 editions. Red Flag Over Paris, a game designed by Fred Serval. The Fall of Saigon. This is a Fire in the Lake expansion by Mark Herman and Volko Rolke. Also, Ancient Civilizations of the Middle East, a game designed by Christopher Vorder Bruges and Mark McLaughlin. And John Butterfield's Space Core expansion, Ventures. This is the first expansion for the Space Core game. In the Not There Yet series, Crusader, fast action battle series designed by Michael Gustafsson, in which you'll see features like motorized infantry units, tank recovery, Italian Ariete and Trieste Division restriction, ghost units, and much more. Storm Over Asia. This is a prequel to the World at War game by Bruce Harper. This is both a companion and a standalone game with its own victory conditions. No Retreat Battles 1942 by the popular No Retreat series designer Carl Parazzi. The Barrack Emperors. This is a strategy card game of the Roman crisis of the 3rd century by Brad Johnson and Ray Farrell. Seas of Thunder, designed by Jeff Horger of Thunder Alley and Grand Prix fame, Charles Mayer and Neil Chabulski. In Seas of Thunder, players will experience the tension of too much sea to cover and with too few ships, the frustration of being caught unprepared, or the intensity of a vital stand contesting a high-value sea area. And finally, in the Shipping Now section, this is a Gregory M. Smith Festival of Games, which include Silent Victory, 2nd printing, The Hunted, The Hunters, 3rd printing, and also The Hunters 3rd printing update kit. More details and games on gmtgames.com. Thank you very much for being here at this late hour. I know you're a busy man and you've got things to watch on TV. So, Uwe,
Survivor!
you've got something to show us. I'd like to know what it is you've got to show us.
Oh, as Dan and I were sitting there, I'm all excited to show him our upcoming France 1940 game. I tell you what, I am so hot right now. You know why I'm so hot, Dan?
Why are you so hot?
Let me show you why I'm so hot.
Hold on.
STUKAJOE. So Jose was nice enough to send me one of his incredible STUKAJOE shirts. So now people, when I'm walking down the street, they're going to go, what the hell is that about? So anyway, and I won't even tell you what he put on the back. Wait a minute, Dan disappeared. Well, anyway, I have to take over then. So, oh, there we go.
Okay, man.
So I had to put that in there. So thank you very much, Jose, for sending me this beautiful shirt.
Thanks, Joe. Okay,
really excited.
What do you got? You got some news here.
Well, that's not news. It's just open for you, Dan. Nobody else. It's just between us. Hush, hush.
You mean not even the Players Aid have gotten this?
You know what? Even our people internally haven't seen these. I just printed it all out just to let you guys see. This is the new. Got them from the artist. France, 1940. These are not satellite views. This is, of course, our artwork done by our great artists. Can get down on them. Look at chimney smoke going on in here.
So, Uwe, what do you mean France 1940? Is this a game?
Yes, there was actually, it happened so fast, but there was actually the Germans invaded France in World War II. So I don't know how many of our viewers know that, but
Okay.
this is two of the maps. And then we have more of the maps sitting that part of my there on the table, more coming in. And so I'm really excited about France 1940. I can also show some, if you want, I can show you some with my screen share. I can show you some of our, let me get this back up again.
Absolutely. And what is the name of this game?
You know what? That would be a great thing for people to give us some good names. We were thinking Blitzkrieg, France 1940. I need a good name for this game. We're doing all the final artwork. We learned. I'm not going to do this BS like we did in the old days where we tell people ahead of time, oh, we're working on this game, and then it goes through, you know, we still have to do the development. This thing is almost done. That's why we're not announcing it yet. I'm just showing you to show you what we're doing.
Oh, so it doesn't have a title yet.
No, we need a good name. If people can let us know, you know, put in the comments section some names that they would recommend for. And don't give me any bullshit names, guys. Give me some good names here. And I'm going to share my screen just to show, again, some. Did it share screen? Yep. Is it showing the screen by any chance, Dan? Do you see it?
I don't see it. Hold on a second.
Try this again. Share screen. I want to share that screen. Share. It should be shared. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
So here you can see some of the different parts of the this map board here. Very beautiful artwork that's been done. I love how the cornfields and everything. You can see the little cattle. Oh, you guys can't see that.
No, we could.
Let me get a little closer here.
Wow, look at the detail.
Yeah, and this beautiful, and you have the open fields. You have your cattle grazing. You can see the little tractor tracks going in and out. We try to keep everything. You can see all the details in the gardens here when you look live at the maps. Beautiful chateaus. We did everything from actual aerial views. The artists are using them so that they are actually looking like France at the time in this area. You know, your little tractors, everything else. Here's another map coming in. The corn silos, everything like it is, and it just looks gorgeous when you see these maps. The ones I have on the far table show with hills more rolling. So this is our France 1940, and then here are some of the counters we're coming out with that are part of this game. The French, the Germans, the English, and then the people who are going to be pre-ordering are also going to get a beautiful urban map that comes only for the pre-order people, along with Belgian and Dutch units.
Now, this is a Conflict of Heroes in the Conflict of Heroes series?
Yes, this is Conflict of Heroes France 1940. But we needed a good name, people.
Okay.
So we need a good name. So if anybody can come up with any names, we'll put you in the book. Game name by.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So
I mean, the counters are just the same quality as the Conflict of Heroes, and which are excellent. And the map, I'm impressed. The guy's an amazing artist. I thought it was a satellite shot at the beginning when I asked you.
Oh, you should see with the hills and over there, you know, because it really does. When you're playing the game, and we've now made set, you can see the hexes much better. But from out here, you don't even see the hexes. You get them close, you can see the hexes and the numbers very easy. So for those with bad eyesight and all, this should be very easy for you to see. So I just want to show you that, Dan.
That was fantastic. Thank you. And I'm glad you showed me and not the player's aid, because those guys are always on top of their game, and now I'm glad they don't have it.
Well, listen, not to put down the player's aid. I mean, you have to realize they're part of the design team of this game, so we couldn't really. I'm kidding. Come on.
I was like, come on.
It's France 1940. It was like Italians and Germans, you know, coming together, you know, so we have to do this right? So anyway, but we are announcing here that we're going to be doing a free giveaway for Storm Steel 3rd Edition. And if anybody has it, we'll even exchange it for a Awakening Bear 3rd edition. And if you have that, and we're keeping it to northern USA because shipping this stuff to northern Siberia gets a little out of hand. So, and I know you have a lot of northern Siberian fans there, Duce. So, and if you have this one, we'll even do a Mare Nostrum if you want. But this is what we showed you, France 1940, and we needed a good name.
Okay.
That's the big announcement.
So you know what? Thank you to Academy Games and Uwe Eichert and staff. Oh, and are you going to sign that?
Oh, the France 19. Oh, which one? This? Oh, sure. Yes, yeah. We can sign it if they want or not, and I'll even write some inscription on it that you cannot show online because it'll probably be not in very good taste.
Okay,
not very politically correct, but we'll make it historically accurate. And I want to really, for the France 1940, I want to thank Pavlos Germides out of Greece, a phenomenal historian, everybody, who he pushed the France 1940 through. His dad or his grandfather was head of the Greek Air Force during World War II, and his dad was the finance minister of Greece. This guy knows his stuff. So Pavlos Germides, big thumbs out to him. Anybody who can get a hold of him in one of his chateaus in the Alps.
Seriously?
Thumbs up. What's that?
Seriously?
Pavlos, you never know what country he's in. He's one of these wandering gypsy men who is on the Caspian one day, in France another day, in the mountains of wherever. You know how Greeks are.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. I don't know if he has a sailboat or anything, but if I had a choice to live where I live, near Helena, Ohio, USA, or in the beautiful Greek along the Mediterranean, no, I'd be there in an instant.
Well, you tried at one point to take over the islands, but it didn't work.
None in our family. We kept everything into the northern Baltic, northern Atlantic. So my family were all Norwegian based. A few were in Russia. A few were in Tehran, Persia. But we loved the Mediterranean. That was vacation land. You don't fight there. You make love. See, that's where people have it. Die Deutschen, die verstehen uns einfach nicht. We make good cars and good beer.
Uwe, danke schön.
Yes.
and I thank you very much for giving away the gift on my channel and not the Player's Aid. That's great.
You're gonna get in such deep shit with those guys. Hey, don't listen to them. It's Duce, okay? It's Duce.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Uwe.
Have a great weekend.
Awakening the Bear, 3rd edition, available now. Storms of Steel, 3rd edition, available now. His instructional playthrough of the Atlantic Wall, D-Day to Falaise. In here he talks about amphibious module and pre-game D-Day activities. And the OG, the nice Grognard, continues his playthrough of the 6th Fleet. designed by Joseph Balkowski, published by Hobby Japan and Victory Games. And Eddie of Counterproductive Games unboxes or unbags MBT 2nd edition by GMT, a game designed by James. They also turn 4, 5, and 6 of the first scenario of Normandy, the beginning of the end, designed by Juan Carlos Cebrian and Nicholas Escoby, and takes a look at Mark Walker's Flying Pigs Games La Resistance, an overview. And USA Patriot 4163 takes a look at Grant Move South, the Fort Donaldson Shiloh campaign. This is a game designed by John Sallard, published by Quarterdeck Games. And Jan Heinemann of Let's Play History continues his playthrough of Through the Darkest of Times, which looks incredibly dark, obviously. Parts 7, 8, and 9, and continues his game of Expedition Vikings. Zurück auf Orkney. Anybody believe I'm going to be corrected on Zurück auf Orkney by the Stigler police? Huh? $10 he's going to have a comment. Combat Board Games is unboxing Dual Powers Revolution 1917, a game designed by Brett Myers, published by TW Games. And Kyle Seeley continues his playthrough of MMP's game Gaines Mill. Right now, it's 11 a.m., June 27th. It's a game designed by Dean Essig and David A. Powell, published by The Gamers. JK Wargames is giving you his review on A Wing and a Prayer, Bombing the Reich, a game designed by Eric von Rossing. The artist is Blackwell Herd, published by Lock and Load. And also, JK Wargames is giving you his opinion on his top 10 war games. I always like lists like that. You know, the artist on A Wing and a Prayer is a guy called Blackwell Herd. Blackwell. Well, he just redesigned with Gottardo Zancani the Space Infantry Resistance, or Resurgence from Lock and Load. But who calls their kid Blackwell? I mean, I think it's a cool name, you know, Blackwell. You know, us Italians who got named like, you know, Johnny and Mary, but the English, Blackwell. And the Scots, huh? And the Professor Riccardo Mazzini concludes his Warlog number 39, playing Undaunted Normandy by David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin, published by Osprey Games. And the Rough Swordsman Wargamer is doing his final part of his learning to play Panzer Grenadier using the scenario from Eastern Front. Panzer Grenadier is published by Avalanche Press. And Ruff is also doing an unboxing of DVG's Warfighter World War II expansion number 45, Fortifications.
A game for gamers, made by gamers, by Flying Pig Games.
Todd of the Itinerant Hobbyist does Battle of Foy. This is a lock and load tactical game in the expansion of Heroes of Normandy called We Stand Alone, Battle of Easy Company. And in this video, he reenacts the Battle of Foy I seen in the TV show Band of Brothers. AJ Toynbee of Hexes and Soldiers gives us a read-through of the designer's notes for Squad Leader, the original Squad Leader game. Also, AJ talks about rat charts and sniper counters and takes a look at a thing he calls from Le Franc-Tireur and a thing from Broken Ground Design. And the Trailer Park Boys on SwearNet are playing After Dark. They're playing a war game concerning aliens called Three Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And GIMPY of the GIMPY Gamer is continuing by Stealth and Sea, a game designed by Nicola Saggini and David Thompson, a game gonna be published by Dan Verson Games, DVG. He is doing part 2 of his review-through of By Stealth and Sea, Italian human torpedo attacks in World War II. Lock and Load Publishing was on the air with Season 2, Episode 1, And in the last series of this Space Infantry Boot Camp, episode 27, GIMPY gives us his campaign overview. The man famously known as Calandale, Enrico Viglino, gives us his review of Space Corps, a game designed by John Butterfield, published by GMT. He also wraps up the section Starfarers B of Space Corps. ARDWULF of ARDWULF'S LAIR unboxes a game by Multiman Publishing, MMP, and the series designer is Dean Essig, a game called Last Blitzkrieg, Battalion Combat Series. Artie also unboxes Baltic Gap, Summer 1944, a game designed by Dean Essig and John Kisner and Hans Milans, published also by Multiman Publishing. In its fourth installment of How to Wargame, ARDWULF'S LAIR checks out great campaigns of the American Civil War. The chief of Bonding with Board Games is with Judd Vance one more time with Hand Tag Light, and the subject is Top 5 Most Anticipated War Games. Also, he was live with game designer Fred Serval, the designer of Red Flags Over Paris. This is a P500 game on the GMT website. Kevin also plays the game The Jaws of Victory, the Battle of Coruscant Tricacy Pocket, January to February 1944, a game designed by Milt Janowski and published by New England Simulation. Grant and Alexander of the Player's Aid review Worthington Publishing's Antietam, September 17th to 1862. This is a game designed by Grant and Mike Wiley, published by Worthington Publishing. Also, the gentlemen give us a battle report from Stalingrad 42, published by GMT Games, designed by Mark Simonich.
Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to Centurions Review, the punk rock band of war game review institutions. First game we're doing a review of. Actually, I was supposed to do the review last week, but due to life, didn't get a chance to do so. So hopefully this should be ready on Saturday morning. But it's The Last King of Scotland from Victory Point Games. It's about the 1978 to 1979 Tanzania-Uganda war. Really fun game. Hope you guys enjoy the review. And then we're doing two first looks on our YouTube channel. The first is Moonbase Clavius. This is from Task Force Games. It's the original version from the early 1980s, I believe it was. And the Americans have a moon base on the moon, and the Russians decide to attack it, so the Americans call in the Marines, and the Marines land and go in there and try to remove the Russian threat. And then you have Cerberus, also from Task Force Games. This is where humanity decides to invade an alien planet that's already occupied. And what's interesting about this game is that the map represents the entire globe, so it's like a globe pulled out onto a flat map. I've never seen that done before, so that's kind of cool. Anyhow, I hope to see you guys soon on our website and on our YouTube channel. Have a good evening.
Flying Pig Games and Mark Walker's La Résistance. This is a new Kickstarter from Flying Pig Games on right now. And what you get with this game are 6 Resistance Leader cards to track glory points and band members, 35 mission cards such as a Tiger tank, 9 C'est la guerre such as faulty intel, 9 event cards such as heavy casualties, a thick game CHITS to track glory points, a colorful and easy to read rules booklet, and a snaz box to put it all in. You know, I played this game with Mark and Galen at WBC. I had a great time. You know, Mark even gave me a beer. He's all heart, the guy. But you know what? He's got a video of the Player's Aid playing with him. I played with him too. What, I'm not video worthy? Huh? I don't get it.
A game for gamers, made by gamers, by Flying Pig Games.
Occupied France. From June 1940 until October 1944, tens of thousands of women and men fought against the Axis occupation force and the French Vichy regime. With cards, dice, and up to 4 friends, you can now do the same. As commander of a resistance group, you need to complete missions, called by a varied mission card deck. Roll your dice and execute your strategy wisely. Gather recruits, defeat enemies, or pass them along to the next player. The winner is the first to accumulate 12 glory points, or leader of the last resistance standing. From the beginning, the French resistance attracted people from all walks of life and political views. Poor people, aristocrats, conservative Roman Catholics, students, immigrants, liberals, anarchists, and communists. Naturally, the distrust between cells with different backgrounds and objectives was high. From time to time, this lack of faith even led to direct conflict. This distrust is the basis for the resistance mechanism. This allows you to trip up your advisories or sweet-talk them, allowing your own group to accumulate more and more glory, and have great fun doing so. But don't forget, there can only be one winner. La Resistance, a game made by gamers, for all gamers, by Flying Pig Games.
The relaunch of Yo-Hey, an amazing skirmish game in an oriental fantasy setting. Lead legendary heroes into epic battles between asymmetrical clans. Designed by J.A. Ramirez and Christian V. Thun. Published by Eclipse Editorial. And what you get with Yo-Hey is a lot of stuff. So much so that, if I would say this, we'd be here all night. So please check out the Kickstarter webpage of Yo-Hey. Harold Buchanan with Harold on Games has podcast number 29, in which he interviews Rob North and discusses his game store, Paradise Games, where they discuss the 16 years history of the store. Plus Harold discusses Insurgency part of Django. A great listen. And Mauro Faina has a podcast, episode 57 of the game The Russian Campaign. This was issued in 1974, designed by John Edwards, published by the Avalon Hill Game Company. Can Games, Ottawa, Canada, Friendly Mayhem since 1977. This will be taking place at the Rideau Curling Club. That's right, we're in Canada, at 715 Cooper Street, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. May 15th to the 17th, 2020. The BFG Con 2020, the Big Frederick Gaming Convention, March 13th to 15th, 2020 in Frederick, Maryland. PressCon 2020, February 24th to March 1st in Charlottesville, Virginia. Consim World Expo Dallas, featuring WarGameClassics.con. March 6th to the 8th, 2020 at the Delta Hotel Dallas, Allen, 777 Waters Creek Boulevard, Allen, Texas. There's gonna be war games, Euro games, special events, flea market tables, exhibitor sales, seminar, and special guest is Mark Herman. In London, England, Cardboard Emperor Strategy and War Games, the 21st to the 22nd of March, 2020, in the main room, Young Chelsea Bridge Club. Breakout 2020, where? In Toronto. When? March 20th to the 22nd, 2020. The premier tabletop gaming convention in Toronto, Canada. GaryCon 12, March 26th to the 29th, 2020 in the Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, USA. This con is named after Gary Gygax, the creator of Dungeons & Dragons.
Mr. P, we've got the results back, and it's confirmed that you have prostate cancer.
What?
Now, Mr.
Prostate cancer? What the hell? Me?
Why didn't I check
Me?
this?
What was I thinking? Why didn't I check this sooner? What was I thinking? Tell me what to do.
Both have their risks, but
Other
have
people
a
got
very
this.
similar
Why didn't
success
somebody
rate.
tell me? I thought other people
Of course,
got
with any
it.
intervention,
With
there are
prostate.
risks.
How did I end up like this?
We can discuss
How
this in
am I going to tell my
date.
wife?
Do you have any questions?
Family? My friends? Work?
This happens all too often. Someone getting bad news. We want you to know you are not alone in your journey. 52 Conversations is a Facebook page dedicated to men going through prostate cancer. This podcast explores prostate cancer through the interview process with men in different stages of the illness. Tune in every month to learn and listen to their stories. Because you owe it to yourself, man.
Another week, another show. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my supporters for supporting me on Patreon. Please, if you want to be a supporter, that would help out the show quite a bit. And thank you to Uva and Bart and Judd for doing the intro. Uva for being the great uncle that he is. And don't forget to answer the question about the contest. I even forgot about the question. And don't forget to give Uva some comments down below about the game, the name of the game. You might be the lucky one whose name comes out on the game. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one.